Wow, this is popcorn all over again.
Yep.
Oh man, that's brilliant.
Yep.
Hi everyone, this is Kirby. Welcome to the Real Gamerscore podcast. This week I am joined by Matt.
Howdy.
And Cameron.
Hello.
Here at Real Gamerscore, we like to discuss all things Xbox, achievements, and the upcoming RGS cloud streaming platform. Look at me now, Mum. This week we talk about being clued in, the dog days of summer, and the resurrection of the 360. The new share button sucks. But first, here's the song of the week.
Points are flowing out like endless score on my Xbox account. They pop up on my screen and fade away into my Gamerscore. Burning through easy games. Nothing's gonna break my streak. Nothing's gonna break my streak.
Alright.
I've heard it before, but I could not tell you where from. No, don't know. I'm gonna just say it's something older than me, isn't it?
Yes, it's definitely something that's older than you.
Oh, I'm gonna hate myself for not getting this.
Yeah, you will.
I'm genuinely gonna. I might actually stab myself if I don't get this.
I'm keeping all this in, by the way.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, it's like... Are you sure? It's right on the tip of my dick. Yeah, keep that in you.
Yeah, I'm keeping that. That's the clip of the week.
Somebody's been browsing the wrong subreddits lately.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, jeez. Nick's probably just screaming at Kirby right now.
Nah, I'm
Down out.
I'm bowing out. Nah.
Alright, well, I'll give Mad 2 seconds to put it into the Discord. 1, 2. Okay, so it's Across the Universe by the Beatles.
Okay. I wouldn't have known the name of it ever, but I've definitely I know the song.
Can't get away from it. It's
I would not have.
Yeah, the Beatles.
Yes.
If you've watched the movie yesterday.
I didn't watch any movies. I did watch a movie yesterday.
I
watched. I watched Borat, a subsequent movie film.
Yeah, I watched like the first 15 minutes of it, and I was dying. That movie's great.
It was very good. It was very, very good. It amazes me how well he can get people to just say the most horrible, worst things ever. It's unbelievable how good he is at that.
People are just willing to open up to this strange man from Kazakhstan.
Yeah, like I watched basically a deduction of how he does it, and like how his training at a clown school essentially it gets people to lull themselves and let their guards down and just
the most hateful, ridiculous stuff comes out of them. It's crazy.
Because when he says the things, it's very clearly a joke. But when then they repeat it and they say it, and it's like, oh wait, no, that's real for you.
Oh boy,
that's your insides coming outside. Anyway,
thanks Harrigan for that song.
Yes,
Much
thank you. I've definitely got the Trello open. If you want to guess what that song is, it's too late if you're not in the Discord, because we've already told you the song. So, sucks, I guess. If you want to be in the Discord for next week, so you can guess next week's song, discord.io/realgamerscore. Don't be like angry Rao Catan Sky and leave accidentally and have to rejoin. Just stay in. It's easier that way. So yeah, discord.io/realgamerscore. If you go to that link, it'll send you down a path of multiple redirects where we get all of your information, and then you can chat with us live on a chat server. But you just need to give us like your credit card details, social security,
ASL,
Medicare number. No, I don't.
Mother's maiden name.
Yep.
Favorite pet.
Oh, sorry, tangent already. You know those stupid like, oh, this is gonna be your whatever name. It's your dog's middle. It's your first dog in the street, and it's where they're just fishing questions. There was one I saw. It was obviously deliberately made. It was like, man, find out your epic Fortnite name. Tell us your street address. The first part is your street address. The second part is the time your parents leave for work, and the third part is like your favorite animal. It's like, okay, all right, that's a little too on the nose. That's hardcore. Let's move away from that. It was just so good. Oh god, I've actually found. Yeah, sorry. Your full address and postcode, the time your parents leave for work, and your favorite type of candy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Seems legit.
Put an epic Fortnite nickname. It's brilliant, brilliant, and I probably fell for too many of those, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
As a child. Yeah. If you'd like to throw money at us, and why wouldn't you? Patreon.com/RealGamerscore. It's a monthly sub. We have 3 tiers of 2, 5, and 10. 5 and 10 will get you into a draw to win a prize of an ID at Xbox game of your choice. So that's pretty good, and you know, I've got a bunch piling up. I might be able to give 2 prizes away a couple months. We'll see. We also have money piling up from all the other contests we're ignoring completely, as we do, because it's awesome. We have, oh man, I definitely I'm going to tell you the clue for the next clue for the word challenge at the end of the show, just to mix things up a little, and not because I didn't. No, I had one, but I can't, and I know. So if you give me a second, I can actually find it.
That's fine. I'll edit this whole thing out. Don't worry about it. It'll be completely
Do it in the middle of the end of the first bit of the end of the show.
No, I know,
so
because I knew exactly what clue I was going for. Okay, so the first clue that we gave out last week was it is a game in a trilogy. So it's 3 in the series. It's not like Final Fantasy where there's 800 and there's a trilogy there because Final Fantasy 13, 13-2 and Lightning Returns. Ha ha ha. No, it is a 3-game series. That's it.
What about the Noctis universe? Oh,
no, we're not talking about Fabula Nova Chrysalis, okay?
Which Final Fantasy 15 is not part of anymore.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not getting into that, okay?
So cool.
It's not. So the first clue, yes, it is a game in a trilogy, and it is not the trilogy itself. It is just the singular game in that trilogy. The second clue, and I'm not going to give any more context than this, is 9 years. The first clue is a game in a trilogy. The second clue is 9 years.
I also just want to point out. Yeah, I also just want to point out that Kirby has not told us what the game is. We had an originally agreed upon game, but he's decided to go in above us and just put in whatever game he wanted. So,
definitely not because I forgot to set up the bot and maybe someone guessed it, so I had to change it on the fly because the bot didn't give a reaction. Definitely not because of that.
No, he was that person who would have guessed it.
Yeah, J Black. It wasn't BioShock, is all I'm saying, or it is not BioShock, is all I'm saying.
Yeah,
I don't know what it was before, but it's definitely not BioShock now. And sorry, J Black, because of my laziness, you're gonna have to guess something a little bit harder. And I think
But on the plus side, he might get some more money this time.
Yeah, so it's jackpotted up to $20. I think this is a more difficult. Oh, I know what my clue is for next week as well. This is great.
I was going to say, I feel like if J Black guesses it now, you should add an extra 10.
Huh?
I feel like if J Black gets it now, you're going to have to add an extra 10.
No, because he's a lunatic and a freak. He'll
guess it. He'll guess it 5 times.
He knows it. He already knows it. He's just waiting for it to jackpot a little higher. He knew it from the first week, and he's just waiting for it to jackpot. He's seeing who gets kind of close, and then he's going to bam. No, I know my clue for next week. That's fantastic. That's brilliant. I'm a genius. At least in my own mind.
That's where it's
yes, if you are not guessing that, that's because you're not in our Discord, as I mentioned earlier. So get in there. It's a great challenge. You win $20, you could potentially. If you guess using a clue that is incorrect, maybe I'll jackpot it even more. As I stare at Matt in disgust.
Oh.
Okay, we'll jump straight into the news, because... before that, congratulations to everyone who got their badge in GTASC.
Not me.
Not you?
Nope. No, I didn't make it.
You didn't join.
I got knocked out this week. I ran out of things to play.
That's okay. You're with me, buddy.
You didn't have Age of Empires 3?
I did. I didn't. I only looked at it this afternoon and I was like, I probably should have played that.
It was mentioned in our Discord. I don't know.
You're 100% right. You're 100% right. I actually look. Yesterday was a public holiday, so I actually forgot it was Monday. To be fair.
Okay. Yeah.
I thought it was ending tonight, but no. Yeah.
All good. That's
It is
fine.
what it is.
Yeah. Okay, we will move into the news. So Xbox Series X is coming out November 10th, and the Series S. And Microsoft have, I don't know if released is the right word, presented.
Yeah, they did a kind of a uncut look at the dashboard and the systems and some of the games and how they run and that kind of stuff. In like they did like a sort of 15-minute sort of walkthrough of it.
Yeah, Cameron, you've definitely watched the video, as have the rest of us. But I'd like you to run the show because you've definitely watched it.
Oh, I've just put me under the spot. Okay.
Well, that's because we know you've definitely watched it.
Okay, cool. Like everybody else there.
Like everyone else in this podcast.
I was going to say...
You have watched it.
Matt's definitely watched this. Kirby, somewhat questionably, watched this.
Yeah,
It stops at 11 minutes, right?
yeah, that's yeah.
Oh, yeah, cool. Then yes, I've watched it.
Basically, it's just two Microsoft employees giving a quick run through of pretty much just a retail version of the Xbox Series X. There's a few interesting tidbits to take away from it that we've already covered in previous podcast episodes, but just seeing some of the stuff comes to life just kind of just speaks to me about this is the next generation of consoles, and this stuff, like how do I explain it? Some of these new features are like, what's the word?
Futuristic.
I wouldn't say futuristic. Yeah, I
wouldn't say anything, apparently.
Like a better word. Some of the things they brought up was...
A better word than futuristic?
Current.
Yeah, right now.
Current gen.
No, but some of the new things like...
There's some really good, interesting, innovative stuff that's really good to see.
That's it.
Thanks, Matt, for saving that just car crash that was slowly rolling into a train going past.
That's fine.
The two cars collided and were moving together towards the train tracks.
It's okay. I had my Series X to protect me.
Yeah. So they went through the home initially and the guide, showed off the dynamic backgrounds, which PlayStation have had since last gen, but it's nice to see, and that then potentially leads into developers putting dynamic dashboards for their dashboard backgrounds for their games, so you could get like a Gears dynamic dashboard. I know there are some that like will change the theme depending on the time of day it is. So at night, it's like the sun sets in the background as time goes by, and that, which is a very minor thing, but it's nice. It's a little aesthetic touch that they've done. They went into playing a few games, showing off both the quick resume feature and the updated textures. For example, in Gears 5, showing it running at 4K 60 frames with their textures being pulled from the PC version at ultra settings, which essentially made them very, very pretty. And on my Mac, it looked very pretty.
I like how the whole witch hunt on Twitter at the moment is just like, oh, there's no difference between the Xbox Series X and the Xbox One X.
Yeah.
No, there is no difference except for the resolution, the frame rate, the stability, the load times, and the networking. No difference.
Nothing at all. Nothing.
And one has the word series in it.
Yeah. Oh, that's exactly it. Yeah, quick resume was nice to see. Even just booting to the main menu was the thing that catched me like straight away.
Would that looked like it was from Instant On?
Yeah, I'm almost certainly this will be running on Instant On, because if you want to do any kind of streaming stuff, you need to a device, you need to have Instant On set. So
yeah. So I mean, having seen the actual boot time from cold, that almost convinces me to not do it. But to have it
is
not on Instant On, because there's no. But I think that's also a requirement for remote installation as well. I'm pretty sure.
I believe it is.
Yeah. So that for that reason, I am out and into the Instant On. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the only reason I use it is for the streaming to devices, because the only problem with it is that the power draw on it is pretty high.
On the system when you're streaming, or
well, just in general. But if you're using Instant On rather than cold boot up, it tends to draw quite a bit more power.
Yes,
which you will actually, if you do keep it on that way, you will notice it on your power bill.
Yep.
And if you have unlimited power,
I mean, unlimited power.
Thank you. I was setting you off there.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. That's what I'm sorry for.
All right, back to the show. They then went into Dirt 5. Quick resume right in the middle of a race. How did that look for you, Cameron? Because I don't do lots of racing games. I don't play lots of them. It didn't look like, in terms of how it looked, that one didn't seem that impressive to me.
Graphically, I wasn't really phased with Dirt 5.
Yeah.
To me, racing, though, is all about the feel. It's, Forza's, absolutely gorgeous, but the reason I play racing games is for the feel of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I assume the frame rate change, which is a little bit harder to see on monitors, because a lot of monitors that, if you're watching the video, aren't showing 60 frames or depending on what you're watching.
Want to preface that, most of these presentations, you'll probably watch them at 1080/30. Yeah. Most of the time on monitors, they probably can only display that. So you don't always get the full experience until you're actually sitting there with the device.
Yeah. So I was going to say the 60 frames is going to matter a lot more than the 4K in the racing games, or the 120 frames, depending on what games you're playing or whatever. And that's something we likely couldn't see in this demonstration, just because of the limitations for what most monitors are showing, or the average consumer monitor.
Yeah.
They went into Subnautica, and then this is where I got distracted by something and left the room and stopped watching. So
was it the share button?
No, it was the Auto HDR.
Sorry, what was that?
Auto HDR in Subnautica.
Oh, yeah. It applying, even applying to the original Xbox games like Fusion Frenzy.
Yeah, so basically adding HDR to games that did not have HDR.
Which is pretty incredible.
There's
bringing new life
probably
to games.
One of the big draws to the backwards compatibility is that they will look so much better. It will, it's probably unbelievable how much better it'll look.
And I'm sure we'll probably get back to that as we come to our question segment later on.
Yes. We see the new controller, which is a little bit smaller, with the share button. Interestingly, there was a comparison of the PS5 controller to the PS4, and it's, I wouldn't say significantly, but noticeably larger.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You put it. They basically put the PS5 above the PS4, and it was noticeably bigger. Not still probably not as big as an Xbox controller, but
sure,
definitely larger. So with this being slightly smaller, it kind of seems like there will be an ultimate size that eventually it falls into, and just that's where controllers will sit from till the end of time, until they're implanted into our brains.
Unless they're Nintendo.
Yep. Share button. Were you impressed by it, Cameron?
I mean, when you actually get to utilize it and that, I can see them I can see it being somewhat useful, especially for those like, oh my god, this one game glitched out on me and I really want to show my friends on the fly. Like, not having to get out of the menus and all that is great.
So is it a... Because it says here, you press it once, you get a screenshot, you hold it, you record a clip. Kind of like you would do where you hit the gem and hit either X or Y. Yep?
Yeah.
So, is that an instant upload, or is that just that record that clip, record that screenshot? Or is it instant
I believe it's
Twitter
instant
or wherever?
or as close to...
Like, is it automatically actually sharing it to, say, Twitter or...
No, it's
I
it's
gotta be
uploading it
sharing
to Xbox Live, and then you get a
Okay.
notification on your phone to be able to share it to...
Do you get a notification on your phone? Because I don't know if this app will do those.
I was going to say, through the Xbox app, that's what they were talking about.
Man, you know what I wish I would get on my phone? Notifications of achievements. That'd be
Notifications
great.
in general, they've been pretty patchy with the over the years.
Yeah. So
I can see the use of it, though, but for the average consumer,
I mean, the
unless you
the
really
point
want
of
to
it-
brag about it.
on the PlayStation controller was you hit the button, you are streaming. You hit that button, you are live, you're streaming, you go straight, you jump into it, basically. I think. I haven't... Admittedly, I haven't used it. I'm pretty sure that's how that it was intended to work on the PlayStation, and that's how that does work. So, I would assume there will be settings where you can authorize your Twitter account through your Xbox and have it auto-share.
Yeah, I'm sure they'd be stupid not to.
I would honestly just like it to be mapped. Like, use the...
It is mapped to the share button. What do you...
Yeah. But, like, have the option to change it up to something else.
I mean, if you have an Elite controller, you should be able to map it to wherever you want, right?
I mean, you can, but...
No, but you can map any button now on any controller.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But where would you put it? You put it on A, so you don't have to jump anymore? You can just record? Where are you putting it? Where are you putting it other than that?
Hi guys, Shadowless Edge here.
Look at me, not able to jump.
I was
Look,
trying to
every
start
time
this
I try to
game
jump,
up,
I
and
stop.
now suddenly
Melee.
I'm streaming.
Melee. So just
Melee button.
Just melee button.
You just screenshot every time you punch someone in the face.
Run faster. Run in.
So, seriously though, where would you put it other than this specific button for it?
I'm sure there would be an application somewhere. I'm sure there'll be one game out there that would be...
Where it's more convenient to have
more
it on the right
convenient
bumper
to
than
have
the
it,
middle
yeah.
of the controller.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it. It'll probably
Is
be a
it
clicker.
worth? Is it worth it for one game though? That's the thing. Is that then worth it to?
Depends on the game. Depends on the
is it worth it
completion
to have a
time.
share button in general? I mean, the only reason they do it is because the PlayStation has it, right?
Yeah, I clip stuff from on occasion, more to show off. It's usually showing off dumb stuff like the bot in PUBG just stuck in the corner parachuting, and so I just walked up and punched it to death. Like,
I've
I
just
get
thought of,
making
I've thought
it a
of
step-
two perfect moments for it.
no, I don't want to hear it.
Of course you
The new features. Yeah, no. Then they talk about the Xbox app.
And it sucks.
She's really going to skip over.
I wasn't even listening to you. The new app's terrible. I don't know
Yeah, it's
why.
bad. It's bad.
The only thing it does is now that you can remote play on your iOS.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
And
I
you
feel
can
like they
already do
probably
that
could've
on the
done it with
Android
the old
app,
one.
and they've just made it worse.
Yeah. I mean, the remote download is nice, but you could do that through the Game Pass app for Game Pass games, so needing a whole new thing that gets rid of features that I loved, kind of...
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what they're doing with that.
Yeah. Are we at the build where we can just download whatever we want, whether we have the license or not yet?
Don't think so.
Okay. All right.
It's an alpha, yeah?
Yeah.
It's in one of the early builds, I know for sure.
Yeah, I don't think it's public yet.
Yeah. EA Play supposedly joining Xbox Game Pass November 10th. I have heard of people able to download and play now already, so might have jumped the gun a little with launching it, because I know people in other servers that I'm in are like, I don't own this game, and I just downloaded it, and now I'm playing it, so...
Alright.
So that's nice. But in general, EA Play getting added is nice. I think they've just accidentally pushed the button a little early. Anything else worth mentioning from it, Cameron?
I mean, they talk about the terabyte storage card, how easy it is to use. You just sort of plug it in and it goes, and it's pretty much what you'd expect.
Love how the 10 games that popped up, they almost immediately were all backwards compatible, except for Tactics.
Yeah, of course.
Well, the thing is, they genuinely, at the moment right now, they genuinely only have like 20 games that you can play. Like, so the people on their pre-release consoles only have access to like 20 games.
Yeah.
Like when they try, I know when Inside Gaming attempted to play games that weren't supported, it just said this game is not currently supported on the Xbox Series X. Yeah. And just didn't boot.
So they'll have a day one patch come out. To just
when it launches, I assume they're all there, but like at the moment, that's all there is those few backwards compatibility games.
Yeah. I mean, like, again, this is all stuff that we've heard about or talked about or seen some of, but it's good to have it all in one place right before the console launches, just to give everyone a bit of a reminder.
Yeah. While we're talking about it, there was, I don't remember who did it now. I think it's a Australian. I'm trying to remember. Steve Avor was talking about their home console system through Series X.
Oh yes.
Okay. This is the info we want.
It's the same. It's one console and it's the same ecosystem, so you get to have the Series X as your home or what you've currently got. So you cannot have both a Series line home and a Xbox One home.
Okay.
Which I think we all expected. It was just going to be kind of nice if it did.
So in that case, there's not really much point in me keeping my my One X then.
You guys Kinect games to finish off, don't you, buddy?
For the few games that won't be playable.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because I've got a Series S as well. So I've got a One S.
Yeah.
As my home console, and then I have my One X as my the one that I play, and then so I can double box. But considering I won't be able to triple box, there's not really much point in me keeping the old one.
Yes, that's correct.
Interesting. Okay, no, that's good to know.
Yep. Trying to see if there's.
I will be interested if the Kinect games boot up properly.
I don't think they will. They've said they won't, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't got I have one Kinect game, and it's a 360 Kinect game. Kinect Adventures. One of these days, I'll go back and do it. I've got the space now. I just set it up in the living room. So if you don't hear from me, I'm probably broken something.
Yeah. And then it'll be exactly the same like shape up for me. The achievements will be all discontinued as soon as you boot it up.
Yep.
Just love my timing on that one.
You are wrong, press start. Game of the generation number 4. Ugh.
Oh, what was it?
Breath of the Wild. It's awful.
I'm not getting into it, but I agree. Alright, what's next?
Can't comment.
Weapon durability on the Master.
Yeah, not a fan. Weapon durability shouldn't really be in any game, to be honest. It's a bad feature.
Okay, next up we have Phil Spencer hints at Xcloud TV streaming sticks and Xbox Game Pass Platinum. I knew about the streaming sticks because it came up on my Twitter a bunch. I have not heard about the Platinum nonsense.
Yeah, so it's kind of that same thing where he's sort of talking about it as it's like a similar to All Access, where the Platinum tier gives you access to like a streaming stick of some sort included in a package. So you get like you get Game Pass, you get all the Game Pass stuff, all the streaming stuff, and they give you a device and maybe a controller with it or something along those lines. And then or have it streaming straight to the TV onto an app, I think is one of their plans. Whether they can get TVs to do it or not, I'm sure Samsung will be happy to get their streaming app on there.
Yep.
Again, so potentially that would be another tier. But again, we're probably not talking till... I think it's going to be a fair while before they get this stuff actualized, considering all of the fights they're going through to get it up and running just on Windows computers. let alone anything else.
Yeah, so like it's solidly on Androids. They're fine there. They've got their user base going. PCs, they're working on it, but they're struggling a little. I guess this is the next demographic you're not really hitting.
Yeah, exactly. Like smart TVs and trying to go after sort of the Roku market and essentially being a direct competitor to Stadia and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas, instead of a Chromecast, you have a Microsoft Cloud.
Oh, if it's not shaped like a damn cloud with a USB with a USB-C plug-in or something,
yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna cut someone if it's not. That would be awesome.
That would be pretty good. But yeah, again, like it's not that much of a news story, but like this is stuff that's been talked about and sort of theorized around what direction Xbox is going to go. Phil Spencer's always said that streaming is going to be, it's an alternate way to play games, but definitely not the definitive way. But it's good to see that they're still willing to branch out and add, basically be able to play games wherever you want, however you want.
Yeah. So okay, here's what I wouldn't mind. And I don't know. Again, I don't know how this would work in a monetary sense, but I wouldn't really mind if I had slightly better internet and I didn't need my console to do console streaming.
Right.
I had my digital library that I could access on the streaming stick, assuming I had the internet to support it in 4K 120 or whatever whatever I wanted to play it on, and I could just plug it into my TV and access and like buy games and add to my digital library and not actually have to deal with a console at all.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the future they're looking at. I mean, obviously they're working with Game Pass now to make the streaming stuff a reality, but there's no reason why they couldn't. If they have the games available on a server rack somewhere, there's no reason they can't stream them to you. It's really just a question of logistics and like you said, internet speed.
Yep, and then if that becomes the norm, how much server strain they can handle.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, I mean, kind of pie in the sky thing, and I know that's definitely not for everyone. That is as it currently sits, that opinion and want is very, very niche. But that would be interesting to see that come to fruition. Cameron?
Pardon?
Good contribution, buddy. We'll move on, knowing that.
I'm sorry. I'm just dying over here silently.
That's right.
Trust me, it's not silent.
We can hear you, mate. It's all on the recording. All right.
It's not silent, buddy. I don't know what you.
I'm going to have to edit all of this out. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Cameron, opinions?
Opinions on what?
This whole podcast, mate. We've been recording for like almost an hour. We've been talking.
Do you remember the bit we talked about a topic that we'd put in, and then we ask you for your opinion on the topic?
Yep.
And you tell us your opinion. That's the bit that we're up to.
Yep.
All right.
So ScummySoft have announced ScummySoft Connect, which just basically allows cross progression and crossplay on their new titles like Valhalla and Scum
Legion.
Creed Valhalla and Scumdogs Legion.
Scumdog Millionaire?
No, I mean they are. Yes, they are Scumdog Millionaires.
Yes,
that is brilliant. Oh my god!
Please tell me Ubisoft did a reiteration of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Hey, okay, that's
wow. This is popcorn all over again.
Yep.
Oh man, that's brilliant.
Yep.
Scumdog Millionaire. Anyway, so they're launching Ubisoft. If you couldn't figure out who I was talking about for some reason, launching Ubisoft Connect, which is basically an upgraded version of their Uplay and their Ubisoft Club rewards, and allows. I think the important thing is cross progression.
Yeah, that's the big one.
So you can pay them twice to play your game in two different places, but it's the same. It's the same save. You don't get to replay it. No, it's the same. It's the same. Buy it again.
Well, I mean, obviously, smart delivery makes that a little different on some of the Xbox stuff.
Yeah.
Sure. Yep.
But yeah, I'd be interested to see how that does, because I don't think PlayStation are offering that. So
I did not even think about save games with smart delivery.
Yeah,
like whether they'd be considered the same.
I'm assuming they would be.
Given everything we know about the ecosystem now, if they're not, I would be more like I just assumed that they would be recognized and everything would run. But with smart delivery, I don't know. Well, smart delivery is just whatever console you're playing, you're getting the best version.
Just give you the bits of the SKU.
So I don't see how the save would be different.
Everything else would be the same.
Yeah, although I mean, I guess it might be different going from say PC to Xbox to PlayStation to have like going across devices as opposed to just like
see, again, I only thought PC and Xbox. I did not even consider
exactly
multi-platform in that sense. Okay. How would crossplay work? So I guess I understand crossplay with Legion because Watchdogs has always had their multiplayer bits.
Yeah, sure.
What multiplayer was there kind of in outside of the actual terrible multiplayer in like the more recent Assassin's Creed, like
they
Origins?
They haven't done any
Odyssey.
multiplayer for a while.
Yeah, so any stats or anything like that?
Oh yeah, they still do like leaderboards and stuff. Like what have your friends done, etc., etc. So I guess they plug into that. It's like, oh, here's your Ubisoft friends list instead of just your Xbox or just your PlayStation one. And
that
then
is a stretch for crossplay, though.
Yeah, and then just like challenges, I guess, for like Uplay points. But yeah, I don't really know. I mean, I think maybe this will be more of a thing going forward with other things like Rainbow Six Siege and the other more multiplayer and Division and multiplayer focused things like that.
That sort of stuff makes sense. That's correct. So these are the games that will support the transition to Ubisoft Connect. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, For Honor, Ghost Recon Breakpoint, Hyperscape, Steep, Rainbow Six Siege, and The Division 2. Wow, you really listed everything that won't support Ubisoft Connect? That's literally everything else.
Yeah.
Just everything else. I'm sorry.
Everything in that list, though, makes sense to me except for Odyssey.
Odyssey doesn't make sense. Yeah. Everything else makes sense in terms of like cross-play, cross-progression.
Yeah.
Steep... Yeah, actually, no, there's races and stuff. Again, I can't... Yeah. Hyperscape...
Hyperscape definitely, because it's
Battle Royale. Will definitely
Is that the Battle Royale thing they dropped?
That's the free-to-play one, yeah.
Yep, makes sense. Everything else... Breakpoint?
Yep.
Breakpoint is co-op.
Okay, there we go, yep.
Everything else on this list is co-op or massive multiplayer, except for Odyssey.
And then
Odyssey,
it's weird
I can't wrap my head around
everything else that it's not supporting, which is just all their other games. Like,
pretty much everything on the last generation.
Wait, you're saying it doesn't support South Park, The Stick of Truth, or Fractured Butthole?
Yeah, no Child of Light.
Tetris Ultimate, nope. No Tetris Ultimate.
Monopoly
The
Plus.
Settlers 7. I remember playing the Settlers 3 in primary school. There's a Settlers 7.
I mean, look, the Crew 1 and 2 aren't supported, but that's kind of just par for the course for them.
Yeah.
I think it's just gone to the point where they're just past.
Oh, for sure. And then like they say, they've all the major art releases going forward will have it as well. So they've just put a few of the old ones in there, which makes sense because they're the ones that are still being played.
They've missed a trick with Just Dance. The Just Dance titles not being crossplay. I feel like that's
but I'm wondering if that's like a licensing thing.
Oh yeah, okay, fair enough.
Because obviously, they got to pay for licensing music, and that gets a bit weird if you can.
I was going to say
because the online dies so quickly that it would be nice to.
Yeah, that's true.
For me to buy it on my Switch on my Xbox, so I can play with. I can play both versions at the same time to allow multiple players.
I was going to say.
Nearly fell into that trap.
Yep.
Ooh.
Probably not as relevant, but Just Dance, does it have like any special song, like licensed songs for particular versions?
I don't know. I don't think so. But
they always got the same set list.
As far as I'm aware, it's the same, and it just then the same base set list, and then you can only access lots of songs if you have the gold subscription,
which is basically their online stuff. Yeah. Because I'm just thinking back to stuff like Guitar and that, where you would have had the DLC packs and that kind of stuff. But
Well, apparently the Rock Band 4 stuff is forwards compatible, so all that stuff will carry over.
Which is cool.
All the devices and stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. Assuming you have the right dongle.
Yeah, of course, which is these days.
Yeah. All right. Are we excited for Ubisoft Connect?
Nope.
I mean,
sure. It'll be another thing that they can add in there to convince people to play their games. I'm not super a fan of having to buy the games twice potentially, but then I don't know if I'm going to buy them first. So it might become a moot point for me.
We'll see how Odyssey supports these features, and
I'm thoroughly confused about Odyssey.
I am so confused right now.
Please,
every other game makes
why
sense.
Odyssey is getting this kind of support, please put it in Discord or at us on Twitter, because I genuinely, I'm not even having a dig at it. I don't understand how it could have cross.
Well, we all own the game, right? So I guess we'll find out at some point.
Yeah, I owned it before I knew.
Yeah.
# things you did in the before times. All right. Next up,
it will also not be available in Just Dance 21. I'm sorry, Kirby.
They have not said that.
This is from Ubisoft support website.
I don't have Just Dance 21, to be honest. I really need to get back to those Just Dance games because there is online stuff that I need to deal with. Okay. Facebook gets into the cloud gaming race. A limited version, beta version of... Okay, thanks for that, PC Gamer. I had Geralt's junk thrown into my face with the, you've got an ad blocker.
Yep. Yes, I do.
Yep, my bad, PC Gaming. I'm going to continue using the ad blocker, it's fine, just ignore it. Facebook has become the latest tech giant to throw its hat into the cloud gaming ring, with the announcement today that Facebook Gaming has launched some cloud stream games on Facebook, available via the browser and the app. Do we know what these games are?
Apparently they're all free-to-play games, so, again, this is,
what a surprise.
Super, real beta stuff. I mean, obviously this isn't the first time Facebook has got into gaming. They own Oculus, and they've been... slowly moving everyone over to the Facebook platform. So, for example, if you had an Oculus login, now you have to use Facebook to log into it. And if you delete your Facebook account, you lose all your games. So,
yeah, or if you get banned because they think you're a scam account or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really unfortunate that Facebook sucks.
Yeah. They've come out and said that they want to speak very openly about this and that they're going to be moving quite slowly on it, and they're not going to be over-promising. Not naming any names, but obviously throwing some shade at Stadia. Mm-hmm. And they're focusing on mobile games to start with, and then they'll be sort of moving to expand it over the coming months, which makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, I just don't see a need to. If I've got a mobile phone, I've got my phone. I don't see a need to have to open Facebook to then stream a game designed to play on my phone.
Yes.
And obviously this is not targeted at me. Then, if I don't see a use for it, it's clearly not. I'm not in the demographic. But I can't even understand someone wanting to use it. It's not even I'm not really a fan of the games. They're mobile games. You should just be able to get them on your mobile.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm right. I guess, what's the point? Where's the rub?
Is this gonna mean that I'm gonna go back to early 2010 Facebook where I get 100 notifications of Farmville?
Farmville just got shut down, so...
I did it?
Yeah, but only because Flash is being discontinued and they don't want to do the work to rework it on that. So it's finally ending.
I love that.
It's finally ending, I think, next month?
Wow.
I love that.
Okay, so
today I learned.
Title... Yeah, go.
No, I mean, today I learned. I had no idea about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so the games in the launch lineup are Asphalt 9 Legends, Mobile Legends Adventure, which, if you don't know what Mobile Legends is, it's a big mobile MOBA in Asia.
Yeah. Oh.
It's quite popular for mobile phone. They have big tournaments and LAN events and stuff, or used to when you could. PGA Tour Golf Shootout, Solitaire Arthur's Tale, WWE Supercard, and Dirt Bike Unchained, which I'm sure is just like Trials, but there's a mobile version of Trials, like the million of other mobile versions of Trials there is out there.
Yeah.
That's a list of games that you can stream through Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, like they said, this is only the start, and they're obviously just using this. It's only in beta. It's only in the US in a very limited capacity. So I'm not going to judge it too early. But I do kind of want to see what they actually like. What their point is.
Is it going to cost anything?
Yeah, exactly.
Like once it. Yeah.
Like, is it going to be another subscription service? How much is it going to be? What is it going to offer? There's a lot of questions.
Yep. I don't know. I don't see a point. But again, it's early stages, but it feels like it's old man Facebook going, what? The cloud? We can do that. We have a cloud.
I wonder if this is going to lay the framework for some VR streaming service. Because I think that's
what I had thought it was that stuff to do with Oculus.
Which is, I'm sure that'll tie into it, because the one of the biggest problems with VR is the availability of software and how expensive it is. Obviously, people who buy the hardware, you still have to, if you're going to buy VR experiences, they're still, $50 for an hour or two of moving things around, doing Job Simulator or whatever. So having a service similar to what Apple did with their mobile stream, was it
Apple Arcade?
Apple Arcade, doing something like a VR arcade system where they just chuck in a bunch of VR games that you can stream straight to your VR headset, and pay a monthly fee, so you get a taste of everything without having to feel like you need to buy every single VR game. Maybe is the way to go.
Yeah. And if it wasn't free to play games in this launch lineup, then I would kind of understand it a little more. But you aren't paying for it yet, so that's fine. But it's just a little weird to me. Yeah. But we'll see what happens, and we'll move on. What? Did Cameron do something dumb again?
No, you're fine.
Okay. I only have one screen set up, so I only have you laughing in the corner, and I don't know if that was your hand or Allison's.
That was Allison's, I think.
Okay,
that's fine. She's playing Animal Crossing next.
Of course, she is.
Blink twice if you need help.
I mean, I definitely need help, but there's not enough therapy in the world. All right, let's get on to what we've been playing.
Okay, I think I'll go first because I have very little, because I was out of the house and honestly didn't do a lot of gaming regardless. But it was week 3 of G-Task, so I needed to make sure I survived, so I popped my bonus immediately, and then did probably 1,000 True Achievement difference in Age of Empires 3, I want to say. I definitely did the campaigns. Actually, I think all I did was I think campaigns and multiplayer wins.
How far has it come down now?
I do not know. Let me have a look. It is now at just over 4,000. So I think it was at 5,000.
Yeah.
Or maybe a little over 5,000. So honestly, not that much. But, we'll see. There's really good guides for everything. And hopefully I can just sort of chip away at that and get that finished before they eventually maybe patch it. I'm at half the achievement.
I don't think they'll patch it.
I don't think they will either, but I'm not going to risk it.
I think it's purely just a thing of 2 has always been seen as a superior 1, and people just don't want to put cheats in 2.
They should have.
They should, yeah. I agree.
Look,
Give gamers options. Give gamers options. Give gamers options.
I'm actually enjoying how they've done this. 1 and 3, 1 classic. 2's always been my absolute favourite. It was one of the very first PC games I ever played. I don't think cheats benefit it, but
wouldn't you want more people saying they played the game and enjoyed it and liked it?
I don't care who plays it. at the end of the day...
Hear that, everyone? He doesn't care about you if you've played it. If you have played Age of Empires 2, he doesn't care about you.
It is an experience that should be enjoyed.
He
not
said,
everything
and I quote,
is about,
I don't care about people who've played it.
Not everything is about achievements. Most things are about achievements, but not everything.
Unfortunately,
And
mate,
I
you picked the
quote.
wrong bloody podcast to come on with that hill to die on, so...
Yeah.
Zero Gamerscore does not...
No, okay, I'm cutting his mic.
Okay, I also finished off Arcade Spirits, which is a visual novel. The cover art lied to me. I thought it was like a dating sim visual novel of like arcade characters kind of thing, but it's not. It's people who run an arcade.
Oh.
Which
How many
I mean,
playthroughs?
it's whatever. It's still a visual novel. I still skipped everything after the first playthrough.
How many
'Cause
playthroughs?
But I don't know. I was a little upset that it wasn't what I thought it was, even though what I thought it was wasn't probably much better.
Yeah. I was going to say that the bar's pretty low when it comes to visual novels, unfortunately.
Yeah. I romanced everyone, which the romancing stuff happens. So there's eight or 9 chapters. The romancing stuff happens at the end of chapter 5, and then you have the same 6, 7, and 8 basically that you have to play through every time to get to the end. And so it's like 20 minutes, maybe 20 minutes exaggeration, but is a long time of that, even at the fastest skipping.
Great.
And it's like, okay then, interesting. This is, yeah. And then one of the options is to romance no one and just say you're asexual, aromantic, and that you don't want to do anything with anyone ever. Don't touch me. Yeah. Which, I mean, it is. I guess it's nice having that option there, where I want to just play the visual novel and get the story bit and not care about the actual romance bit. I think that's cool. It's cool having that option. Weird that they have to be asexual for that to be an option. You can't just not want to date them anyway.
Yeah, you're all just terrible people, and I don't want anything.
Yeah, you can't just be like a heterosexual person going like, I just don't want to date any of them. That's all.
Yeah, they're all trash.
Yeah, I am literally impossible to be attracted to them, or I'm gonna romance them. That was basically your options.
Great.
Yeah. Sorry. And then I played is it the new Radalaika? I think it's the new Radalaika, Cross Crush, which is weird. It's kind of a puzzle game where you've got cars moving down towards the bottom of the screen, kind of like Space Invaders. You can pick a space that essentially when a car is on top of you, activate the space and it blows up and destroys the car. If it is a car with dynamite, it blows up the squares around it. If it is a white colored car, it highlights the spaces in the circle around it, and then you can activate those immediately to blow stuff up. I don't think I've finished the game itself. It's only 10 levels long, and there's 10 waves for each level, so it's relatively quick. It's kind of a puzzle game, because you get a perfect score if you do it in the set number of moves that the game tells you to do, or an even better score if you do it in less moves. So it's kind of a puzzle game, but not really, because it's all happening sort of timed, so the cars are still moving down while you're maybe thinking through the puzzle of which to blow up. Achievements are obviously pretty easy because it's Radalaika, but I think it'd be alright to clean up. We'll see. I also started Bunny Parking, which is just it's essentially there's an open world, but the main part, that the point of the game is you know those slide puzzles where you've got the car and you've got to slide it out the exit by sliding all the blocks around.
Those so much.
Yeah, so you have to do 3 of those, basically, one on easy, one on normal, one on hard, and then the rest of the achievements are for like going around and exploring the world, which is weird.
That is very weird.
But yeah. So it's a quick game. Again, haven't finished it. There is a slight grind at the end where you have to kick 1,000 unique cars. So you basically start it on the hardest difficulty, kick all the cars, restart, kick all the cars, restart, and just grind your way that way. Other than that, should be alright. And I played the new Victory Road title, which is Lord of the Click. It's basically, what's that? I think it's Castle Storm, where you summon troops that walk to the right.
Yep.
And it's basically just that. You're summoning troops that walk to the right. You have a power-up you can use, which sends a cannonball to damage the enemy castle. But it's probably quicker and more efficient to just keep summoning blokes, because it's like they will do more damage. And I mean, if you have a turbo controller and you're turboing that higher people button, I didn't, unfortunately, but you can, and it's much quicker. Just turn on the cheat for unlimited money and keep summoning blokes.
That'll do it.
Just smash it out. It's probably under an hour. There is one achievement for pushing buttons 7,000 times or so. And so the buttons are like right bumper to do one of 10 actions to summon a unit. Left bumper is to work something else. B is to pick up coins. And so you just kind of mash them all like there, and eventually you get it. And then the other achievement that's slightly grindy is summoning 1,000 units. But if all you do is summon units, and even if you like set your turbo at a slow pace where you're kind of not winning, not losing, you can just grind it out. I, playing semi-naturally, got it before I beat the game, but I wasn't using the cannonball, which just smashes the... Yeah. The cannonball is easier because you're guaranteed the damage. Like, your units won't get killed by their units or anything, but it kills your units as it goes past, and doesn't count as a summon, so you may as well just keep summoning blokes. Relatively easy. Got 3,210 Gamerscore for the week. I am going to drop out of GTASC because I got my badge, and hopefully I will play something I enjoy. I won't, but hopefully. Actually, I have a little hope about that.
Very good.
That might have to be... honestly, it might have to be Sunday, because I have plans this weekend.
So I'm going to Wellington. So we'll see. For what I'm
not with you.
No, I know.
I'm doing a blind playthrough.
You're doing a blind playthrough, but that's not going to be a long game.
No.
All right, I'll go next then. So, I was looking for something to play, and I decided, Achievement Hunters Anonymous, shout out to you guys, are doing their book club, and their book club is to play through the Dragon Age series. So I decided to finally...
No love for Forza. No love for Forza.
No, because Forza's bad. I finally bit the bullet, and I went back and started Dragon Age 2, which I had one achievement left in for the supplier achievement that glitched out on me the first time I played it back in 2011. Unfortunately, the supplier achievement involves playing almost through the entire game to get each of the different ingredients, because there's a bunch of them in each act, and a bunch of them require side quests that require you to do a bunch of early stuff. So I spent about 30 hours, ran through it as quickly as possible, skipped most of the dialogue. I actually had a pretty good time with it, because you can put it on casual, so just kind of wipe the floor with most of the enemies. And I finally went back and got it, and that's going to be one of my longest completion times of... I started at my birthday in 2011, March the 11th, and I finished it yesterday, so the 26th.
Ooh.
So it was a long time.
Shame it wasn't a 2010 game.
No, exactly.
Would have hit quite a few different categories there.
It would have been great. So I finally got done with that. Again, it was a 25-point achievement, not that high a ratio, but it's just one that had been sticking out for a long time, so I'm glad I got it done. I've also played a bit of Doom 2016. I overslept and missed our boosting session yesterday, so that's a little embarrassing, which is annoying, because that probably would have got most of the multiplayer done. Nevertheless, I went and did the arcade mode. It took me about maybe 20-30 minutes.
It's not bad.
No, it's not
as bad.
Not too bad. I had a little bit of trouble getting the one for getting all of the medals, getting the super kill. Trying to get all 5 of the enemies with a single grenade was a bit of a pain. It took me a few tries, because once you screw it up, you basically got to restart the level. But once I got that down, everything was pretty easy. And then going through getting gold on the first level, I missed one of the relics and was about 5k short, which I was very upset about. So my next run through, I made sure to find all the relics, but I wasn't doing as well on the score front. And I was like, oh man, I've killed all the enemies, what am I going to do? And then I forgot that I had medals saved up, and I got 601,000. And the necessary was 600,000, so I was very, very lucky. I mean, I probably would have been fine if I ran it a third time, but I was glad to get that done. So now all I have left is to grind out the last sort of 3 achievements for the multiplayer. I need to get like Echelon 8, I think, and I'm sitting at Echelon 4. So maybe
interesting.
A 3 or 4 hour session will probably do the job.
Interesting. I also have those achievements that I need to get. Weird that I would have started a game with multiplayer like that.
Yeah.
I can't even remember why I did it.
Yeah.
I almost feel like someone said, hey, please start this game. I'll definitely make sure you guys get those achievements.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That was Alex, right?
I mean, I think Alex was doing some boosting with us, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't the one who said that, because it required 4 people, and I think 3 of them were on the podcast today. So...
It wasn't me. I already have the achievements.
Yeah.
That's
I already have
one.
the achievements.
Yeah.
I'm the other.
And Alex isn't here.
Brad's not here.
No,
well,
okay.
actually, he might be. We don't know.
Yeah, we're not sure. But we'll just assume that he's not.
It wasn't me.
Mm-hmm.
That would make... That would make
I already
Cameron.
had the achievements. Why would I?
No,
All right,
this
I'm not
is what happened. You went to the multiplayer when you started playing the multiplayer with us and went, oh wait, I already have the achievements. Or you were basically there. You're like Echelon 7 or something.
Yeah. Missed that. Oh, I played it during a 666 XP weekend or whatever the hell it was.
Hindsight's a beautiful thing, isn't it?
Anyway, so yeah, I need to go back and finish that. So, but I don't know. Kirby and I can double box it at some stage, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'll help for it. I'll help with it now that I know that my 1X was the issue.
Yes. Great. Yeah, that piece of trash. I also started up Just Cause 2 Japan. I've had it sitting here for a while and figured, well, I need to get this done at some stage, and the console's not getting any younger. So, started that. That game's hilarious. It's like, man, it's cheesy. But I'm enjoying it, but it is also very grindy, and you do have to do 2 playthroughs, really, if you want to do it properly. So I'm doing my hardcore playthrough for the first time, and then I'll do like a proper clean-up playthrough afterwards. What else did I play? Oh, Dragon's Dogma. Started that last night. I'm like, I kind of want to get into. I kind of want to get into a new RPG after I finished up Dragon Age. So, and I've been meaning to do Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen for a long time. Gonna do the perfect min-max build. Spend 200 hours playing it. It's gonna be good. And then I also have been working on Knights of Pen and Paper, which I'm really not enjoying. It's like, I know I was talking about it a couple weeks ago. I was like, it's kind of basic. It's really basic and incredibly grindy. If you want to get the game done, like, I've just been spending times grinding against the same fight about 30 to 40 times, just trying to get money, because there's not really much to the game. It's almost a clicker. It's almost that bad. So yeah, I'm not really looking forward to doing the second one at some stage. I might do it, but we'll see. I'm not holding my breath, but I'll be working on that again. So it's all clean up and long games and not a lot of score. So that puts me at 410 for this week.
Nice.
Alrighty. Cameron.
I've pretty much taken it easy after the Xbox Hall of Fame stuff as well. This week I only pretty much played 4 games. Did Human fall flat because Friday was a public holiday for me.
I need to do the DLC, the new one.
The new one?
It's reminding me.
Oh,
so
the new
we...
one?
The old new one.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So pretty much
Eight.
we were up to Dark before we had disconnection issue.
Oh.
Yeah. And Mike made the rule that it was going to be one run and that was it.
Yeah.
But we pretty much got most of the achievements pretty easy, and I'm sure that running through it without worrying about the other achievements should be fairly doable.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Speed run now. See, Dark, depending on how you do it, it's like 20 minutes. Dark's
the longest.
Dark's the worst one, yeah.
Dark is the issue. If you don't know how to do the skips properly, and Lord knows I can't axe jump.
I was going to say, just get the hatchet, mate. You're good.
Just axe jump. It's just that simple. Just get the axe, jump. Done. No. Can't fly myself on a magic axe carpet.
I was going to say, it was good, though, realising the fact that, I guess that construction level, that we could just use the bulldozers or that, hop in and just quickly grind out those achievements as we were going.
Yeah, if
like
you
pretty much while Mike and Robbie were running the whole session, we were just running around in circles getting our walking up. So that was pretty good.
Walk off an edge. Continue just repeatedly.
Yeah, we're just doing stuff like that as well.
Because all that falling counts as you walking.
Yeah. What else do we do? Yeah, of course, when Valak joined the party, that's when we have the disconnection issue.
Yeah, potato internet strikes again.
Solely on Valak. Overwatch did the 4 Juggenstein challenges that were out. Did that with STK out of AHA. Relatively easy when you've got competent team members. I think there's just 2 left to do, and then I've got to go back and do the endless, and then I've just got May to do, and I'm good. Destiny 2 started playing again last night just before the stuff hits the vault. Kyo and Cobra were helping me out doing Gambit matches and just getting some other stuff. Not really much to talk about. It was basically just playing like Crucible and Gambit. My main game for the whole week was Undermine. I have become seriously addicted to Undermine ever since I played it in Game Pass.
This is a me game, isn't it?
Yeah, this is totally up your alley.
Okay, go continue. I'm paying attention now.
So, roguelite. Mining.
Okay,
I'm out.
Stop paying attention because I'm in.
I'm out.
So far in this, I've got most of the upgrades to about 60 to 70%. I've taken down 2 bosses now that I've actually started getting the hang of it. There's a lot of like 5G achievements in this in this game though, like just losing 5,000 gold to like, I think they're called spliffers, like the little blob creatures that just come, grab your gold, then run off screen. You have to hit them before they take gold. It's just one of those games like what's a good comparison? I honestly can't think of a good comparison, but it's like it's
That's
seriously.
because you don't play roguelites.
I know I don't play roguelites. The last game I can remember being this addictive is Forager. I'm just trying to think of any other. Sorry, what was that?
I'm gonna look up a video. The Underminer.
No, mate, that's something different.
What are you doing, Cameron? Use your words.
I'm just trying to think of any comparison for this game, but definitely recommend it.
What do you do? Is it side-scrolling? Is it top-down? Like I have no idea what this is.
Top-down. Pretty much got the option of just slashing things with your axe or throwing. I don't feel like throwing does anywhere as close enough damage.
Looks like a dungeon crawler. Is that one word you may use to describe it? Yeah, dungeon crawler is probably the best way to put it.
Alright. I'm not going to play it.
I wouldn't say top down, I would say more isometric, but not the angle, so it's at like a 45.
Okay.
So pretty much the first bit of play, like, there's not really
Stardew Valley style top down.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
Stardew Valley, that's a good way to put it. Pretty much like the first, I guess, section of the game is purely just basic hack and slash, throwing your axe, that kind of stuff. Then they start introducing stuff like blacksmith artifacts that have like little increases. So it might be stuff like the white rabbit that allows you to basically just come back with 1 HP. Those kind of relics. Then they start adding blessings and curses in, where there's achievements like getting 6 curses in one run.
Mm-hmm.
that kind of stuff. I think once you beat the end game, you can go back and do it with... It's not a curse. I think it's a hex. I haven't gotten that far yet. But basically, their version of doing a hard mode difficulty.
Okay. New Game Plus.
Yeah, basically New Game Plus.
But it's roguelite, so you don't really start with lots of power. Like, you're not starting super strong. You just may have some upgrades.
I'm pretty sure one of them is Rogue's Ultimatum, which is every upgrade you've done is basically reset to 0.
Oh.
But
that sucks.
It's quite an enjoyable game.
Yeah, it's your standard grid-based room-to-room movement by the looks of it. So each room is a grid on a layout, kind of like almost like a Metroidvania style map, in the sense that you move to a different section and it's a different square. I'm literally watching a video now of someone playing Enter the Gungeon, Binding of Isaac.
Yeah, Binding of Isaac, that's probably a good comparison.
Those are all things that I may consider this similar to, but I may have to give this a go. I hate those because of your recommendation.
I honestly really enjoy it. There isn't really any time estimates on TA, but I would probably put this in the ballpark of at least 100 hours.
That's fine. That's not standard, but for a decent roguelite with enough content, that's probably about right.
I mean, I've came back to this game like every single night this week and played at least an hour or two. And I'm at 240 at the moment. But that's pretty much all I've done this week, and ended up on 1375.
Yep.
And probably will have less this week if I keep on just playing that. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll have to possibly give that a go. Moving on to our sales and, well, Game Pass, all the Game Pass stuff as well, because there are plenty coming. So, adding to Game Pass at the end of this month, one of them is added now. Kato, console and PC. I have heard good things on Twitter in the sense that people have said, "Oh wow, that's a good game." Outside of that,
great recommendation.
But like, you know, I haven't seen like reviews or anything, or like this is why it's good. Just lots of people going, "Kato, wow, that's a really good game." So,
all right,
it's a really good game from what I hear.
Nailed it.
Nice.
Yeah. And then on the 29th, we have the 3... what are they? Double Fine remasters.
Yep.
Day of the Tentacle.
Yep.
Tentacle. Full Throttle remastered and Grim Fandango remastered. We have all 4 Five Nights at Freddy's titles coming in, so 1, 2, 3, and 4.
First one's still under an hour completion, yeah?
Yep.
No, they fixed it.
They fixed it?
Yep, they patched that.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure they've patched it.
Oh boy, I'm glad I got it done then.
Yeah, I'm.
Jeez.
I'd have to look at the solutions. I'm like 99% sure someone has said they patched it as of like last month.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. And Unruly Heroes is also coming. Unruly Heroes is apparently quite a difficult game. I don't think there's any completions on TA yet. So, buyer beware. Not that you're buying it, but...
Streamer beware.
Yep. Leaving Game Pass, I presume, again, at the end of the month, is After Party. Awful. Lego Star Wars 3. Probably pretty awful too, to be honest.
I think my Beam Dive achievement was killing... Don't play Star Wars, can't remember his name. Most horrible character.
Jar Jar?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, okay. Glad I got it from most horrible character.
Yep, that's correct.
Man, I really should have just like annoyed people with my answer there. I'm disappointed I didn't say something. You know, most horrible character, Boba Fett.
Sure.
Sorry, Jango Fett. Fett.
Mandalorian in this one. All right.
That Mandalorian controller. We should have talked about that.
No, I'm not talking about it. I'm not giving them publicity for that ridiculous price.
Yeah.
What else?
Rise and Shine, which has a Konami Code achievement.
5-hour completion. Pretty
Yeah,
good.
if you're
Do
good.
you?
If you're good.
If you're
Yeah.
good.
That is
Which
a
Mike is
very,
good.
very skill-based completion.
Yes.
You have to get through the whole thing without dying, right?
Yep.
That's not easy, sorry. That is not at all
No, it
easy.
is not. It is a
difficult.
challenging game. You can save scum it a little bit, but you still got to be good enough to finish the game.
Yep. Tacoma on console and PC is leaving. Lord of
Tacoma's
the...
good.
Yeah, it's alright.
1 hour.
Yeah, it was a game that I played, yep.
Alright, cool.
Good is not the word I would use to describe it. It was
I
interesting.
liked it.
It was
Interesting.
fascinating. Yeah, there was some intrigue to it. The gameplay itself was a bit rough.
Okay.
Yeah. Lord of the Rings adventure card game.
Total
It's Hearthstone,
trash.
but Lord of the Rings. Bye. Yep. And
Easy
the Red
to
Strings
down.
Club on PC, which never got achievements. So
That sounds like
I mean,
no, I'm not. Yeah, okay.
it's
That sucks that it didn't get achievements, because when I dived that seemed like a really interesting
Did you
game.
dive it though? What achievement did you pop?
Nothing. I dived it, I installed it, I played
Did
for
you
5
did,
minutes, and then
did
I
you
went.
bean dive it? What achievement did you pop?
One of the in-game achievements.
Get past
What
the
was it called?
bouncer.
Great count on the Xbox
What was it
ecosystem.
called? What was it called? You should know.
Play this for 5 minutes.
Play this for The description is play this for 5 minutes.
Can you imagine if developers named their achievements like that? They're like, play this crap game for a bit, finish all this trash, grind out for 100 hours, mate.
Just play me.
I'm sure
play
there
me,
would
dum
be
dum.
one. We need
Okay.
we need to do achievement bingo. Yeah,
How?
I don't know.
By flipping over the table and just storming
By
out.
playing
Someone
it,
gets
dum-dum.
bingo. Yeah, alright. Well,
Anyway,
let's get
yeah.
move on.
Yes, we'll move on to the sales. Reasonably good, reasonably large amount of sales.
Yeah.
I won't say reasonably good. It's a large amount of sales. Adam's Venture Origins, 90% off, $1.49. Still probably too expensive for what it is.
It's fine.
Really
Yeah.
do not recommend this game to
It's
anyone.
fine. For $1.50, whatever.
If
Play
you're
it on
scraping
mute
the bottom of the barrel
And without subtitles. Please, dear Lord, play it with on mute and without subtitles.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty rough.
beg you. You do not need to be subjected to the "you can't do this, you're a woman" dialogue.
It's very much of its time, which is highly unfortunate.
Yeah. I played it and I thought someone had to get into the sound booth, see this dialogue and go, yes, this is me. Alright, Black Mirror, 70% off, $11.99. Day D Through Time, 50% off, $4.99. Don't Knock Twice, 50% off, $6.24. I'm thinking of... No, yeah, that is... I was
Yeah, that's
confusing
the
that with
easy
Knock
one that
Knock.
used to be a
VR game, yeah.
VR game, yeah.
Goosebumps the game, 75% off, $3.74. Hotel Transylvania 3, Pikmin Overboard, 75% off, $4.99. Murdered Soul Suspect, 85% off, $2.99. And Newt 1, 60% off, $3.99. So, recommendations, fellas. What do we got?
So I've got Little Nightmares Complete Edition, which is the original game and the DLC packs for it. 75% off, $7.49. Great sort of semi 3D platformer. I mean, mostly side scrolling, but it does have 3D elements in it. A lot of real spooky stuff. Really good Halloween game. And speaking on the Halloween theme, I'm also going to recommend Amnesia Collection. 90% off, $2.99. Has the first game DLC, Justine DLC, and Machine for Pigs, the second game.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, come on,
I
mate.
dived
It'll be
that.
fun.
I've dived that. I have dived that game.
There's
That
some-
is a thing I have on my
It
tag.
is some spooky stuff. I mean, that hard mode playthrough on Dark Descent was pretty rough, and I had my heart in my mouth quite a bit, to be fair. I'm not usually one that gets spooked all that easily.
Yeah. Cameron?
In terms of recommendations, I'm going to recommend Murdered Soul Suspect, which is 85% off for $4.04. I really can't remember much of this game, seeing I completed it back in 2014. All I can remember is it was, following a video guide. It was a really good story, in my opinion. that honestly I'm probably going to go back to someday and play on the 360.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it is a massive collectathon, and
that's the only problem.
There's not really a lot of gameplay to it. It's almost a walking simulator, except you have to you got to jerk off some zombies or whatever that weird animation was. I don't know. It was kind of like you could tell it was made on a bit of a budget.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was interesting for sure.
Yeah.
Kirby?
And following along with the Halloween theme, I am recommending Steredon, which is just a roguelite side-scrolling shoot 'em up. It's not scary whatsoever. So that's my kind of Halloween.
Shoot your fears away.
Yeah. It's very, very good, very well made. It is relatively difficult. I'm still one achievement away from the completion, but it's very good. The hitbox detection is fantastic. It is a well-made shoot 'em up. Moving on to purchases. Cameron, anything?
I don't know at the moment. The only thing I've really... maybe Watchdogs Legion. And that's a maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's pretty much it.
Alright. I have a small list. Stories Untold. Don't know what it is. Code Shifter. No idea what it is. Borderlands 3 Super Deluxe Edition. Maybe. That's a very, very... It's a big maybe just because I know there's like a second season pass and I'm hoping maybe it gets bundled eventually. But I doubt it. Demons Tier Plus, probably. Cowcat do fantastic games. Infinite Beyond the Mind, that's by Blowfish, who are Australian developers, publishers, whatever. So probably support them. Skeletak, no idea what that is. Star-Crossed is a shoot 'em up done by the same guys who did like Where the Bees Make Honey, Bombfest.
Huh, okay.
So they're hit and miss publishers, so maybe this would be good. I don't know. And Wizards of Brandel, I think I don't own it. It's Chemco, so there's like 50-50, but I think I don't own it. So that's on my list. We'll see what stays on there at the end of the week when I get it on the weekend. As for new games coming out this week, the new Radalaika is a visual novel, so it's going to be super easy. Language of Love. I'm sure it's going to be sub-hour. Fantastic. Watchdogs Legion comes out on Thursday alongside the 3 Double Fine point-and-click remasters. They're all point-and-click, right?
Yes, they are. Well, yeah, basically, yes.
Yeah, they're point-and-click games with other bits.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Friday is the Dark Pictures anthology Little Hope, which I am excited for, even though I freaked out that I got charged for the pre-order today. Because I'm so used to paying with credit and it just going instantly. I'm like, oh, someone's into my PayPal buying games I already own. Oh no. Yeah. I look forward to that because as unnecessary with a 23 playlist, as unnecessary as the 23 playthroughs of Man of Medan were, it was fun with a second person.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Yeah. It was interesting seeing both sides of the thing and being like, oh, you're just sitting in the water chilling next to the bad guy while you're having a freak out seeing 2 bad guys. Yeah. That was good. Yes, I have fond memories of me like crying as you're like, I don't know.
I was like, what are you doing? Like, what's going on?
Just tell me out, buddy. Come on. And the other thing is they have fantastic accessibility options.
Yes, they do.
They do. They get rid of the tap and replace it with a hold, which is really good. And they also have basically a setting where you have to stuff up the button press. You won't like run out of time, which is really helpful for when I'm distracted and not paying attention. And it even works in co-op, online co-op, which I was surprised about. Like it'll just wait and hang, which is cool. I see Cameron's camera keeps going dark, right? Is that just me?
Yeah, no, it's him. Yeah, he's
okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's. I never know if he's still there.
He's hanging out in the shadow realm.
Yeah.
I was adding some games to my purchase list for this week.
Okay. All right. Well, as per usual, Isaac has sent in a question. This man that he watched says that playing old games is where the Series X... That sounds awful. Like he's just going up to some house and looking through the window and this guy's just talking about... Okay, sorry. I'll read the whole thing. Hey guys, Chris Plant, funny gaming journalist from Polygon.com, said he got a Series X from Microsoft.
I think you could just say gaming and then you just say Polygon.com. I mean, funny journalist, you know.
Hey guys, Chris Plant, person from Polygon.com, said he got a Series X from Microsoft last week. He said playing new games is fine, but if you have a newer PC or nice console already, it's not really worth picking up at launch. What would new games be though? I guess the Gears, like
Legion and
the stuff that's not optimized necessarily.
Stuff that's coming out like this year, I guess, or stuff that they've talked about. Like Gears.
So I could imagine Gears being a big jump.
Sure, Gears 5, yeah. Although, I mean, like 120 FPS
frame
and all that
rate
sort of stuff. Yeah, frame rate.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. It depends on what they're using. Yeah. See, because that threw me off when I read the question. I'm like, there's nothing new.
Yeah.
What does that even mean? Okay. Anyway, but he said playing old games is where the system shines. You want to play something you own from 360? It's ready to play since there are no load times. Want to play something else? Go for it. It's already loaded too. Want to go back to your first game? Continue right where you left off again with no loading. I would wonder how the emulator works with signing in and out and murdering puppies.
Wow, they're even louder than usual.
They are wreaking
They're out for blood.
Oh no, my microphone is turning down and someone else is taking over for a second. How surprising.
So with no load times and quick switching of the Series X be enough to get you to go back and complete some of your old 360 games you've been putting off? Thank you, Isaac, for the question.
Really good question.
It's a great one. You go for it, Cameron.
I was going to say, like, the more I think about it, I think Quick Resume is the one feature that sells the console for me. Like, everything else is around, like, you know, everything else is speed, but Quick Resume is just the one thing that sets this apart to being next gen.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like when we have it, it's going to be one of those things that, like, we're not going to be able to go back to 360.
No, it's going to be difficult. It is already difficult for my non-backwards compatible stuff. I'm hoping they keep adding things to the collection. But I think Isaac kind of misses the point here, though, is that there isn't anything new. Like the launch lineup is some of the worst launch lineup I've seen in a long time. And, like, launch lineups are traditionally not great. You know, they usually have maybe one or two pretty good games, and then the rest of it is just, like, usual trash. This is, like, nothing but trash.
Yeah, and admittedly, PlayStation is the same in the sense that they've got the Demon's Souls remaster is, I think, the only PlayStation exclusive that's launching.
Well, didn't there, I'm trying to think what the game was. Didn't there other one...
Miles Morales, but that's going to be on PS4.
No, they had a...
I was going to say, there was another one...
got delayed till February.
Right. But it's going to be, like, PlayStation Access or something now, instead.
It'll still sell for whatever the $70. I've just brought them into the room to bark. God damn it. Why? All I've done is brought the barking closer. That's all I've done.
This really is the Halloween episode. Kirby's about to be known by pugs.
Yeah.
I don't know what point Kirby was about to make then. Sorry. You go.
I forgot what I was going to make. Hold up. What was I saying? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so Destruction All-Stars will be all access, but it'll also still sell for retail if you don't have whatever their PlayStation Plus or whatever.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Like, so it's still, it's like it's going into Game Pass. I can still buy it, but it's also in Game Pass.
I just briefly going off topic for a second here. I saw, I think it was in the Xbox One owners group, somebody saying that they were disappointed that EB was not doing a physical release of Gears Tactics. Or they hadn't had any information about Gears Tactics having a physical release.
Is it even getting
one?
And
then, I believe it is, but I don't know if EB Australia is getting it.
Right.
But basically, like, the next 20 to 30 comments after that was like, but it's going to be in Game Pass. Just get it in Game Pass.
Yeah, they're right. I mean, that's kind
I'm like, you're right, but this guy's asking that he wants a physical release. Like,
I mean, he's wrong. So that's pretty much the big old handle. Okay, from my perspective, I had not planned on buying the new console. I still don't.
You were coerced into it.
Well, but again, I might win one for the Hall of Fame, which is the one way I was planning on getting a console, right?
So you're saying you no longer need said console if you do want it?
We'll see. But again,
but someone on the podcast may be getting themselves $750 richer.
Yeah. So again, like Isaac talking about playing backwards compatible stuff, like that's what I was going to do. That's what I'm going to do with it anyway. Like I'm actually not really going. I don't think I'm going to be jumping both feet into this generation, considering how much I still have in my backlog. I still have about 250 games to finish. I know I'll never finish all of them, but I want to get a good chunk of them done. And like I'm already. I mean, like I'll be honest, I'm already considering semi-retiring now that I've hit 1.5 million. You know, like I'm getting to that stage where I'm like, there's just still so many games to play, and like I just kind of want to just take a step back a little bit now, especially after this Hall of Fame stuff.
You're gonna pull a stallion on us? You're gonna retire and become a full-time streamer?
And when God no, streaming is an abomination, and I hate it. But like I might like diversify a little bit and sort of pull back on the achievement hunting. I mean, we'll see. Like again, I'm not planning on going anywhere, and achievement hunting is kind of just how I play games in general. Even before achievements were a thing, I was the kind of person who sat in front of a game until I did all of it. But
number one in New Zealand for trophies?
Yeah, well, no, I'm not going down that rabbit hole ever again. But yeah, so I had not planned on getting the new console, and I hadn't really planned on being a part of this next generation. I'm sure I'll dip into it with the occasional title here and there, but I'm really, again, going back to old backwards compatible stuff. That's why I wanted to add more to that list, is because I just want to get them done. I want to get them on the console, and I'll have to go back to my 360. So yeah, I think it's going to be, I need to get it in hand and actually see how much of a difference it makes. But I'm really, really looking forward to this stuff, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the same way. I've just had a look at my collection on trueachievements.com, and I'm sitting at 170 titles that are not backwards compatible. Of these, I want to say... Okay, there we go. If it's 170 over, say, 5 pages, 6 pages, 130 per page, I probably have about 100 that I've dived of those 170.
Yeah.
Some of them were in the before times, like I have 4 achievements in Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Fate of Two Worlds, because I thought it was a good idea to get it. I don't know.
Sure.
I was... Yep. And a lot of those other ones are ones that I've gotten in the last couple of years where I've gone, yeah, I'll play my 360. Yeah, it's a great idea. Oh, Need for Speed Most Wanted? Yeah, sure. Yeah. Nickelodeon Dance? Course, why not? The Golden Compass? Oh, I love that game. Snooker Championship with 200 plus hour completion? I love pool. Like, I'm... Cool.
Big yucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I've got 66 non-backwards compatible titles that I need to finish at some stage. Most of which are not finished for a good reason, but I want to try and get that list down a little bit, or hopefully have them be added to the backwards compatibility program.
Yeah, I have so many games on my Xbox One and backwards compatible. I barely play the backwards compatible titles, let alone the stuff that's not backwards compatible. Especially considering half of them are physical for me.
Yeah.
Like, because I would get them cheap from EB Games, and I'm really going to struggle to do anything with the backwards compatibility stuff. If the stuff on my 360, 2021 is the year of me playing my 360 exclusively. As I've said every single year.
Yep, me
It's
too.
also the year of the roguelite, as I've said every single year,
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
because you look at how good the new console is, and you're like, yes, I'm going to play on something that I got in 2006.
It's hard to go back. It is really hard.
I might, it might be, if I get 10 done, I would be surprised. If I got 10 of those titles done, I would be shocked. It would have to be like a UHH completion edition.
Yeah.
Where you have to complete the game to get the point. That's the only way I could, or something along those lines. That is the only way I could see myself doing that.
To be fair, the UHH is the reason most of these things are on my tag. Ugh.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks.
So what happens when you get matched up to the Trash Lord.
Yeah. Alright, well, I think that pretty much answers that question, Isaac.
Yeah.
Thank you for sending that in. We really appreciate it.
Certainly. Milestones, there we go. Oh god, you guys haven't let up. I hate all of you. I hate the community and how good you are at doing things. I hate you. Okay, achievements 1. Alpha Seagull has hit 2,000 achievements 1. He's a former trophy hunter, come over to Xbox, so good on you. And then immediately said, I don't really care about completion percentage. I'm starting Fable Anniversary.
Oh, okay. Well, we can probably just take him off this list then.
Yeah. Inv1 S1 Bull has reached 5,000 achievements 1. LA Jester has reached 7,000 achievements 1. LA Jester?
No, I never heard of him. Is he a new member?
XLAX.
Okay. Yeah, no, of course.
Has hit 7,000 achievements 1. Enigma Gamer 77 has hit 19,000 achievements 1. I apparently hit 30,000 achievements 1, I guess.
Pretty good.
Yeah. I don't remember. Yeah, apparently 59 achievements ago, apparently. I think it must have been in Age of Empires.
Oh, okay.
So it was just like, there was just a spam coming from there. We're moving on to Gamerscore. Retro Chief 1969 has hit 250,000. Petart TX has hit 450,000. Hazo has hit 500,000. Tatey has hit 650,000, alongside NBA Kirkland, who has also hit 650,000. McLovin Legend 1 has hit 700,000. Wakapale has hit 850,000. And Prue has hit 900,000. He is very close to his million. Not before the end of the year, but I would think sometime, hopefully before middle of next year. I mean, 2 months is really... That's a push if you're going to hit 1 million. So I don't think
you got to be loading
happen.
up all of the quick ones if you're going to do that.
Yeah. Moving on to TA score. Kung Fu Skills has hit 400,000. Eliphalet 77, 600,000. Mad Mike Forever has hit 1.2 million. NBA Kirkland has hit 1.4 million. Definitely has a better ratio than me. That's like a 2.13, something like that.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Gross. And Thrash Forever has hit 2.3 million. Lord.
He's going to catch me. He's going to catch me very soon.
Games played. McLovin Legend 1 has reached a new milestone of 500 completed games. Huh. Weird. What? What? Who did that? Who did the milestones this week?
Wait, what? Oh, whoops.
Oh, right, Captain Dyslexic. Got it.
I've had a long week.
I don't want to make fun of anyone who actually has dyslexia, so I'm not.
We're just making fun of Cameron. Yeah.
Just making fun of Cameron. I understand dyslexia is quite difficult to live with.
It's a serious issue that affects millions of people.
He's just dumb. Yeah. Okay, Hatton90 has actually played 500 games, so good for him. I mean, McLovin Legend obviously had to have played 500 games as well to have completed 500, but, that's not really what he was in here for. Completed games. Feel like this is like one short. Weird. Eliphalet 77 has reached 300 completed games. I wonder if Cameron is changing it right now, or if that's...
Oh, look, McLovin Legend.
McLovin Legend, you've... A double milestone. You've also completed 500 games. Cool. And Wakapao has also completed 800 games. And for streaks, McLovin Legend is on a 2,500 achievement win streak, whereas Tatey is on a 4-year achievement win streak. No other milestones worth mentioning because they were all bad. Alright, that's going to wind us down for episode 113. If you would like to contact us in any way, shape, or form, you can do so hello@realgamerscore.com. That is our email. Send us emails like Isaac. Contact us on Twitter @realgamerscore. That's our handle. Be like Trimmy Hedges. Hit us up there. Really? Did you have to get into my bin? Seriously? Oh my god. Discord.io/realgamerscore is for our... Oh no, Matt, you're taking over.
Discord.io/realgamerscore is our Discord channel. Come hang out with us. We want to, talk about stuff. Usually trash. A lot of memes. Some good memes going down, actually.
I am really glad I opened up the silly stuff channel so I have somewhere to post my crap.
There's some good stuff. I appreciate it.
There is a lot of misses, but there's a few little chuckle-worthy ones. Patreon.com. If you would like to feed my puppies, because I can't afford to feed them without you, patreon.com/realgamerscore. Hey, out of there! Patreon.com/realgamerscore. So that they don't have to starve and bark. They're barking because they're hungry, and I only have this homemade food that I make for them. And it's not... I cook all of the nutrition out of it. So, help me out, guys. I want to stress I do not starve my dogs. Please don't call anyone.
Okay. Alright, moving swiftly
I just really want to stress that if anyone's listening,
on.
I do feed my dogs properly. I take very good care of them.
Gosh.
They just hate anyone that exists outside the house. That's all it is. They're like, this is my land. Get off my land. Sorry.
True Australian.
Yeah. You can write in questions to the show on any of those platforms, and we'll answer them like we did with Isaac's. Look at him sniffing at the door. Yeah, it's
and then just to answer Trimmy's question, are we doing a Gamerscore Fellas calendar this Christmas?
Oh no! God damn it!
I've already started.
I've already got the outfits ready. I'm going to be Sexy Master Chief.
I am going to be Clinical Waste.
Perfect.
So every day for me.
The sad thing is, if I wanted to get a Master Chief outfit, I could.
Okay, well that's okay. Now
what
the
about a Master Chef outfit?
If you want to help us out, you can help us out by subscribing on iTunes, other podcast platforms, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, whatever the hell else is out there. You understand how podcasts work at this point. Leave a review. Tell us that you left a review because our review aggregator doesn't work. Tell your friends, retweet our tweets, subscribe to us on YouTube, Patreon. Talk about us in your boosting sessions. Just crowbar it into every conversation you can ever have with a person.
We're gonna steal this. We're gonna steal this and coin it as our own and pretend. Rate, review, subscribe.
Yeah, there you go. If
you've never heard that before, that's because we created it.
Yeah.
Rate, review, subscribe. That is the best way. Yeah, a unique T-shirt that only we have made. Rate, review, subscribe. It is the quickest way for us to spread word of mouth. Tell everyone you know. If for some reason you have Instagram, set listening to us as your Instagram story. Is that a thing people do?
I don't even know. I don't have Instagram.
I feel like that's maybe a thing people do.
God.
And if it's not, do it, because that's an original idea that we came up with.
Oh, God, I'm just picturing a video game dating podcast that we should do as a spin-off. Anyway. If you want to get in contact with me, you can find me on Neomaster on everything. I probably won't respond to you because I'm an antisocial weirdo.
Yep. To contact me, you can find me on all the platforms under the tag ChinDocta. I would like to re-stress, if you have not entered the giveaway for a Series X console, launch edition console that may take a long time to get to you because I live in the middle of nowhere, and I apologize for that, do so. Go to either the Real Gamerscore Twitter and find the pinned post that Cameron definitely pinned, right? He's doing it right now. Or at Achievement Land for the Achievement Land.
Let's go back to the original message in the Discord where you asked me to
retweet it.
I asked
you to retweet it. You retweeted it.
Did you ask me to pin it?
No, I didn't ask you to pin it, but I thought you would have been sensible. But that's okay.
You know what happens when you make assumptions.
Yeah, I know. Cameron's I nearly said a word.
Lovely person. Lovely person. That's
Cameron's
exactly
a brick
it.
and I'm drowning slowly.
I don't pin stuff on Twitter.
Yeah, or the Achievement Land, not their Discord, but you can join there if you want. Their Twitter, you can find the pinned tweet there. Enter the giveaway. Look, you got as much chance as everyone else who's entered. That is statistically accurate.
Might as well do it.
That is statistically accurate. So actually, no, you've got less chance if you don't do all the entries, because someone may have done all the entries, so do them all. Cameron, where can people contact you? With a pinned tweet, perhaps?
I mean, like, it's pinned. It's always been pinned as of, like, the 27th of October.
Mm-hmm.
But
Good.
You can find me entering the competition myself under the Real Gamerscore account. So if I win the console...
I did see an email about that.
I'm re-rolling. There are like 3 people in there. I'm like, no, re-roll. I told someone I knew, I'm like, oh, I see you've entered. You're not winning. You don't get to win. You're just giving me some clout.
I would love the fact that if the first roll was the podcast.
I mean, no, the first roll should be me, as is tradition. That's and the second roll should also be me again.
What? I think did you
and then the third roll is also you, and we just give up.
Yeah, exactly. It's done. Yeah.
If you want to get in contact with me, you can get in contact with me under the Gamertag Shadowless Space Edge. I'm probably going to ignore you for the next few weeks because I am very tired and all I want to do is sleep.
Alrighty then. Okay, that's been episode 113. Thank you so much for joining us. Look forward to hearing from us next week. And by us, I mean Cameron will be here, Matt will be here. I am taking a hiatus because of work. I unfortunately have been moved to the evening shift, which puts me from 2 to 10 from the afternoon to the evening, which basically kills any chance I have to record unless we shift to the weekend. So I am likely to be on hiatus for the next month and a half. We'll see. Sorry.
Yeah, so we'll probably talk about in the Discord about our plans for the podcast going forward, just with who's available and timings and stuff with everyone being busy. But once we know more, we'll let you guys know.
Yeah,
exactly.
Funnily enough, COVID has thrown a spanner into the works of our lives. It's weird, wouldn't have predicted it 10 months ago, but here we are. Who could have seen this global pandemic causing issues globally?
Not me.
No. Man, if only I was Italian, right?
Okay, alright. Thanks, guys.
Let's move on.
We'll catch you when we catch you.
See ya.
Bye, guys.